Rico's like, yes! How should we cook our eggs today? Ow. Oh, I broke it. Dang. This is about the ugly eggs I ever made. You gotta learn to work with what you've got. So we're gonna work with these eggs. We're gonna flip them and everything. But we will season our veggies. Now, I don't want these to be the crispiest hash browns in the world. I really don't want them to be. So here's what I do. So I put a little bit more right here, and then I flip it like a psycho. That was a horrible flip. But the reason is because it's not cooked. Half this grill isn't cooked. So I've got to cook these like that, and then put our eggs over here. Don't blame me for this. Actually, blame me for this flip. I'm the only one who did it. No one else will take the blame for it. What's good, what's up, King Arthur? Purchase your flat top grill down below. We're selling everything that you see in this show. Royal Gourmet, flat top grass griddles, spatulas and more. And Cash App, $sign ChocolateSugi. Let's get our gifts up, please. Let's get those gifts up. Hit the like button, please. Woo! I was gonna say at least it didn't break, but it already broke. Now that's a perfect hash. I wouldn't even say perfect, but it's like a little too much for me. You didn't understand what I said? I said welcome back to the show. And Cash App, $sign ChocolateSugi. Email me at chocolatesugi@gmail.com. Oh my goodness. And I didn't want to put my plate right there because it was actually mine and I didn't want it to get the bottom dirty. So the presentation isn't going to be the prettiest. And I have a problem with that. But it still will be delicious. Turn off the grill so it doesn't pop anybody else. With all that extra grease we put on there. Vico says, you know what, I'll be quiet for the duration, for the rest of the time. Why? homework? Oh, no, that's okay. Do your thing. Don't let me stop you. Just continue to, of course, watch, you know? Hey, have you joined our Discord? Like, I want to eat it. What kind of eggs are these? These are delicious eggs. How about that? How about that? I mean, they're cheap eggs. It's, you know, Waffle House. But they get the job done. Okay, look at how I hold salt and pepper shakers. I will do anything but actually touch them. I see that. I will put a little salt in it. Okay, and this is how I do it. Like, honestly, like in real life, I do it like this. And everyone looks at me crazy, like I'm bouge, but honestly, this is a curse. I hate being a germ freak. Hate it. And I'm not saying that to be cute. No, I would love it if I just didn't care and I could touch stuff like this because they're cute. Whenever I see stuff like that, I just think of community germs. You study U.S. history, electives, and physical education? That's what's up, bro. Are we ready to eat? Do I own a restaurant or do I work here? I work here. But we will own our own restaurant soon. Ooh, the lighting is great. We're eating here. Yeah, we're eating here. With good lighting, you have to be able to read a room. And the room has been read. Oh, I need to get a fork. I was gonna say I forgot a straw, but I'm a server, so I always have straws. Before I poke the fork in there, I do want to get some angles. So when we edit the show and for the playback, we can have a lot of footage. Hey Foodies, screenshot and post it on our community page. What's up, King Arthur? Welcome back to the show. How much does it cost to open a restaurant like this? Actually, you cannot franchise Waffle House. I wish you could. Hi, what's up? We got some customers, but I'm off, so I don't have any customers. Yo, I cannot find my tripod for the life of me. I was looking all night for it. Oh, come on. Honestly, I don't know how this like stand works. How does this stand work? It's an OtterBox, so I know it's nice. Whatever.
sweet tea on a small bowl of chili and a grilled cheese. Yeah, grilled cheese.
Foodies, what do you want to eat tonight? What do you want on your hash browns? Our hash brown toppings are chili, gravy, pig sausage, by the way. I also have smothered in onions and covered in cheese. Oh, that's very nice. He says that S word looks good. Thank you. Okay. I'm not ready to take a bite yet, but we're just gonna keep getting our angles. Is this LGBTQIA food? It's actually not. That is a good question. Thank you for asking. Okay, 1 second, please. I'll be right back. I literally have to turn on my hotspot so I can watch something on my iPad. And here I am. I'm back. We're back. It's definitely a zesty meal because you're eating it. Drake's dad's mustache. That is very not. That's very unkind to say. But Drake's dad's mustache. For this to be so zesty, you have been watching for months. Don't think I don't remember you. You guys don't think I remember you? Well, I do. I remember you all. So thank you for supporting our Zest Machine content. Oh, Drake says, LOL, I pop in all the time. If I see you, I have subscribed. You have or haven't subscribed? Hey, Jayla. What would you do to this? How would you eat this? You guys purchase your ingredients down below. You changed your name, Jayla. Jayla, hype our show. You're just here to say hi? Well, I'm here to say hi back. Welcome back. You haven't subscribed because I eat too much? What type of content would you like to see? You're gonna make me choke on my Hashbrowns. I eat too much? Is the sugar police still on me? No, we talked about it. And really what it is I'm right about everything. And I talked to him, I approached him, and I was like, I just want to understand where you're coming from, yada, yada, yada. And for those of you who don't know, this dude freaked out on me for making a waffle and putting cinnamon sugar on it, and like too much of it, even though Waffle House takes $15 out of my check on what I eat. Like, we're good. We have plenty. We have plenty of sugar here at the Waffle House. My goodness. Because we're running out of the cinnamon sugar, which we're not even in season for. So I'm eating last season's special. Just like finishing up. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, like, why are you breathing down my neck? And then meanwhile, so I'm about to go make some eggs or whatever. And then I literally come up to him and I was like, are you going to freak out on me if I like if I make eggs after my shift, eggs and hash browns? And he was like, no, da-da-da. I was like, so then where are you coming from? He was like, I was just trying to say, if you're making a waffle, he was like, it's portioned out for you, only put a certain amount of topping on it. And I was like, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, my boss is right there. I get it. Like, I could, my point still stands. But at least we're able to talk a little amicably, and I don't think he's going to be down my neck anymore, because he can tell that I'm just going to do what I want. I'm not going to, you're not my boss, so I'm not going to treat you like it, respectfully. How are you going to check me with my boss right beside me? Like, if there's a problem with what I've got going on, the dude who, I guess he doesn't write my checks, but the dude who pays me will have something to say. Later on in the stream, because this all happened on the show, while I was streaming at work, later on in the show, I went over and asked my boss, I was like, am I running us out of sugar? I was like, am I the reason we're running out of sugar here at Waffle House? Because I'm being treated as if. He was like, no. I was like, so do you have a problem with me using last season's cinnamon sugar for my waffle? Because we're almost out. Do you want me to make you some more cinnamon sugar? He was like, no. I was like, so am I hurting us because of the cinnamon sugar? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, you're my boss, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, and you don't care if I use cinnamon sugar? He's like, no. I was like, okay, perfect. Have a good one. And he started laughing. Oh, crap. No, it ticked me off, bro. It ticked me off, and like at the end of the day, he's just a little slow, and he wants to act like he has some seniority because he's worked here for so long. And it's like, I get it. You've made bad choices in life, so you're stuck or whatever. Not for me to say. But flip your burgers and leave me alone, respectfully. I don't give a rip what you do over there. Let it fire you. We're in the hood. Ooh, I have to show you guys a whole tour of all the hidden cameras and alerts because we're in the hood. Even this month, we've had 3 pow-pows in the business. People have jumped over the counter trying to unalive us. So there's a lot of emergency buttons everywhere. I have to show you guys. Don't let me forget. But it's like, I get it. You've made bad choices. Stop taking it on me, but that's what it's like being young in this work, you know?
What killed?
People like that. I guess it wasn't like he was extreme about it, but he yelled at me and told me to shut my mouth if I don't know this and that. And I was like, none of this is our job. This whole conversation is above our pay grade. Let me make my waffle and eat in peace. Meanwhile, one of my coworkers is eating a waffle with no toppings. Meanwhile, we're talking about sugar, chocolate chips. Like, come, bro. It has nothing to do with you. Yeah, when you were a cook, you made your food how you wanted it. Me too, so I'm slapping on. But I'm doing me either way. If he don't like it, he can tell my boss who watches me do me. My sales are there, respectfully. My boss will say something. He is a grown man. I am not hiding what I'm doing. I'm not. Why do you have a problem with how much butter I use? It's just low IQ. My boss and I actually talked about that today. Just very low IQ. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm just so much better or anything. I'm just saying, like, how do you even have the time to focus on me? Just weirdos. You know, he tried me. He definitely did. I'm saying, right? And I really wish I was misrepresenting it. It was all on camera, though. Granted, I don't know if you could break out what he's saying. What else could he be saying? I mean, you can hear my response. It was very much clear. It didn't stop me from doing what I was doing. I responded, though. And I responded just as smart as I just gave back what I was given. Don't make remarks on what I've got going on here, because I will make those same remarks back. But when it gets to the point where he wants to get bug-eyed and look ridiculous and like literally like a tard, like, shut your mouth, da 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 da, I was like, okay, I get it, you're slow. You know what? You want to unalive on that hill. I'm not going to fight you in the back over this. You can have it. I'll shut my mouth. I'll be here for a good time, not a long time. He's been here 14 years. He's fighting demons I don't want to know nothing about. And at the end of the day, my waffle was made in the way I wanted it to be made, and it was eaten. He got the last word, though. He definitely got the last word. Didn't change anything going on over here. That's what I've realized. I'm like, you're twice my age. Why are you even talking to me like that? Why are you talking to me? Much less like that. Tough life, right? Can't eat normal like me and eat once a day. All you do is eat. You not long had a waffle. You know what, Mike, Alice in Wonderland? What you just said just upset me so much. I'm getting off this stream. You just upset me. And now we're done. Mike, I do more than just eat. If you want to say something, email me at ChocolateSugi@gmail.com. Get it off your chest. Be a real one. But don't come up in the chat and disrespect me. I'm not a big back. You want to come and talk crazy, Mike? Like you know me? Like you know what it feels like? You don't know what I go through every day. Every day. I'm not a big back. I don't just eat. I cook. We review candy. You're not going to take that away from me, no matter how much you want to. No matter how much you freaking want to, and I don't even talk like that. No matter how much you freaking want to. I'm sorry, foodies, I don't even talk like this, but this dude he just disrespected me, and I've had it. I've had it. That's for those girls. That's for those girls. I was gonna say those girls are. That body's not gonna last. They're eating it up. He's out of pocket, gotta be something else. Maybe he's mad about you going live or something. No, I think so. I think so. But no, there was a time where his big back walrus friend came in and she likes to come to the Waffle House and sit down and talk for hours about nothing and just watch and talk about what we did. And she's like, well, I used to like our Waffle House in 2020, which granted isn't that long ago, but she doesn't seem like she could hang. Because it's not like she's leveled up and gotten a better job. She just works at Wendy's down the street. And actually, I will say that's less. I don't know. It may be sidestepping, but I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to talk crap about Wendy's workers. Maybe it's potato, potato, tomato, tomato. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, like my point is, she made a comment about what we were eating, and we were actually on camera as well. She made a comment about what we were eating, and I was like, and I didn't appreciate that because she's just sitting there, and I had to tell her, yeah, they take it out of my check. Da 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 da. I'm gonna do what I want. Like, why are you here, talking about what we've got going on? Like, you're weird, big weird. And it really ticked me off. I'm not gonna lie. Like in the stream, I said even in the stream, I was like, I'm totally gonna private the stream, because in the stream I snap, and I could tell that she's just like a problematic, irritating type of person, and I'm just like, yeah, right trick, wrong dude, bro. Right trick, wrong dude. Because I'm just not gonna deal. At the end of the day, you can say what you want. Like, and she kept, like, in her own way. I wouldn't say that she was trying to call me fat, because, like I said, she's built like a walrus. But my point is, sorry, I need to readjust. I have this, look at the ash I have in my hand from all that washing my hands. I'm not trying to say that she was calling me fat. It was kind of funny because, that's how some people are. Like, they try to insult you in any way that would hurt them. But it's like, girl, you're 3 times my size just on your back alone, right? Like, your back is wide, chick, So she could never come for me with that. But she was trying to say that I was over excessively eating, right? She didn't say it to my boss or anything, but, like, meanwhile, I wouldn't care if she did, because I know what I'm doing at my job, respectfully. And so she was just being disrespectful, loud, ghetto, ratchet, and annoying, and sitting there for hours just talking. And he is weak-minded. And I just remember, mind you, they're sitting there talking on their fat bums for hours. Do I care? No, because I mind the business that pays me. So they're sitting there talking for hours, and I'm cooking food, but I'm doing it in between orders, and I'm also, like, filming or whatever, minding my business. It's slow. It's a very slow shift. Nothing's happening, right? These are all to-go orders. No customers in here. They're sitting down. And I'm burning my food, so I had to remake some stuff or whatever. But whatever. Well, I'm doing my job. I'm working. I'm doing me. She is not a customer. She is she's a spectator, a commenter for whatever reason. And she literally was making comments about what I got going on. And he's, like, weak-brained and weak-spirited, my cook. So it just started to bother him because it bothered her. I wasn't even making that much food. Like, literally, I was making eggs, a hash brown. My hash browns had onions and peppers. I had eggs with chili and bacon. And she just made a big deal about it because she wanted... Some people... Have you ever noticed that there's people that have a crush on you, and instead of saying, hey, I think you're interesting and cute, I like you, they bully you? I have had that a lot. I had this... Bro, I'm not gonna lie, guys. There is a guy that messaged me. He was a big bully in high school. And I wouldn't say it's hard to describe. He just brought out the worst in me because I'll give it back tenfold. And for whatever reason, I was on that type of time. I wouldn't say for whatever reason, for obvious reasons, I was on that type of time. I was young. He was evil and consistent. He was like a nemesis in high school of mine. His name was Angel. He was like a nemesis. That's the best way I could put it. He was my kryptonite. Could not stand him, and could not stand me. We were equally could not stand each other. And after high school, why does this dude message me talking about I had the biggest crush on you in high school. That's why I was mean, yada, yada, yada. I was like, you're weird. I was like, you're weird. Not because you're LGBTQIA+, but because, bro, I look back on that time and I'm just like, what the heck? What? I just fell in this dip. And I look back on that time and I was just like, bro, was crushing hard. I'm telling you, that dude was never ending with his insane misery. And he relentlessly tormented me. I'm not trying to say I'm a victim because I gave it back, but bro, I gave back what was given to me. I was obviously not into him the same way he was into me by any means. I couldn't stand him, whereas he was actually infatuated with me. Crush, I shouldn't put words in his mouth, but clearly there was an infatuation with his relentlessness. But I think people are like that, and that big back chick was like that. Like, she was watching me from afar and low-key admiring me and curious about what I had going on, but was too much of a weirdo and didn't have enough self-respect or communication skills to say, hey, you're interesting. What are you doing? Or who are you? She had to put jabs. I mean, I'm talking to somebody who's probably in their mid-30s, who looks like they're in their late 40s, hard living. Teeth optional type of conversation. Like, not a lot of teeth, not a lot of sense. She don't look like she has a lot of sense. But then when you listen to her talk, you can just tell, ooh, she's not only messy, because that's a cute, funny, light way of putting it, but she's misery. You know how it don't take much. I'm talking about somebody who I don't even know much about, but having a very small amount of an experience with her. I'm cooking my food for work. I'm working, man, and you're sitting here on your fat bum because you're not at work today talking and judging and critiquing and talking about what it was back in the day. I don't even mind back in the day talk. That's kind of a Waffle House thing. Everybody talks about the back in the day. I'm talking about in comparison to what we've got going on. Because, girl, you worked at Waffle House 6 years ago and you're still at Wendy's. Stop. You ain't got nothing. If you want to make small talk, make it nice. But you can't tell ghetto trash nothing. And somebody said, it sounds like a bit of jealousy to me, like, who's mad about cinnamon sugar? And the dude is really cool, for one. And the other thing that I wanted to say is he wants to be a YouTuber. And I am not saying anybody is jealous of what I've got going on with YouTube. All I am saying is the guy does want to be a YouTuber, and he's talked a lot about it, and he knows about the super chats and stuff like that. And you guys are like, since you're in the chat, you're probably like, oh, who doesn't know about that? Because in the time of this filming, this show is live. So people watching live are going to understand more about super chats. But for the afterplay, not a lot of people know. Not a lot of people know when you're watching live, you can send money and you can send gifts. And there's a whole nother thing going on in the live audience. When they're watching the replay, of course, right? You can only get the live experience once every show, right? Obviously. So, like, him knowing about super chats just helped me understand. He knows a lot about the live world and he has a lot of interest, and I think he's an interesting person. I'm just saying two things can be true here. You can be interesting or non-interesting. You don't have to be. I'm not trying to talk down on YouTube or not, but we all know it's about consistency with anything. Anybody can really do anything with enough consistency. My point is, I can't speak on whether he's jealous or not. I guess it takes more time to tell because he usually doesn't trip about what I've got going on. But ever since that happened, I've been noticing he's been more focused about what I've got going on with the food, just because his walrus back friend had something to say. This man said walrus. Yeah, that's because he's, had something to say about what I had going on. It's like if my boss doesn't have a problem with it, if nobody had, like, and workers say stuff, but they say anything about anything because it's such a boring job. It's nothing to do. It's actually becomes dangerous. Too much time to talk, too much downtime, too much, like I would say, Wafa, it's just, hey, I think I've said it all. You're expecting a heavy thunderstorm tomorrow? Stingian. Hey, you better stay safe. What do you eat during your thunderstorms, guys? Okay. I can't find you guys, I'm heartbroken. I cannot find my tripod for anything. I'm gonna see if I have left it over here, because earlier when I was over here, I was like, maybe I left it. And by the way, I have to go to work in a couple of hours. I have to go back to work in a couple of hours. I'm gonna work overnight. And I didn't sleep well last night. It was weird. Why did I have the camera flipped when the freaking lighting is so good? But it was making the food look good. Where did I put that? No, and I'm like serious. I can't find my tripod anywhere, and I'm starting to freak out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure my last option's kind of like coming up here. For where I could have left my tripod. Our tripod. Oh no, someone was here, so if I left it here yesterday, it's definitely stolen. Oh, it's not here. I feel like Marge Simpson. Foodies, I love you for watching. We will be live later. You guys have to let me know. What should we cook next? What should we review? What parts of the Waffle House should we document before we aren't working here anymore? Again, I'm not trying to sound like I'm so much better than anybody. And I'm really, God, please forgive me if that is in any way in my heart at all, because it's not where my heart is. I am right beside this cook. I'm right beside everybody. We're a team. This is where I am today, and this is where I am. I am a Waffle House worker, and I'm proud of it. But I'm not a low-down person who thinks I can fight everybody. I'm not a stereotype. You know what I mean? Two things can be true here. I don't have to think I'm better than somebody to say. I choose when I get off the clock, to stream, to make a living, to do more than depend on one source of income. Man, where am I walking to? I think I'm looking for, yeah, this is right. But yeah, I love you for watching, Foodies. I greatly appreciate you for supporting the show. Cash App, $ChocolateSugi, and email me at ChocolateSugi@gmail.com.